that was it. That was the tipping point, and she went and took her own life. She was 19 when she died, and that was in March 2020, and that threw us and our family into absolute chaos and devastation. When we did our first walk, the girls were always with us. Of course
absolutely.
Yeah. But if you're carrying the stories of hundreds or thousands of bereaved people, it's not just about our girls, it's about all those people that have lost somebody.
But what we've done, and because of the nature of what we've done, by walking across the country talking to so many people,
and looking like we do.
Looking like we do, yeah.
Three athletes,
yeah. We've kind of had these conversations everywhere, and what we see is this happening in every community, everywhere. So we've got to do something about it. We've got to talk about it. We've got to keep going. So it's based on our loss of Sophie, Beth, and Emily, but it's then built on this massive foundation of all these other young people that have been lost in the past. Obviously, for us, we've lost our girls, and there's nothing that will bring them back. But we have found that by talking about our stories and getting people engaged in what we've been through, we can then introduce them to suicide prevention charities like Papyrus, Prevention Young Suicide, and get people talking about suicide and suicide prevention, because that's how we're going to save lives.
I mean, it seems like fate why we're together, but we absolutely believe in what we do, and the positivity that we feel as though we can change things and prevent other families going through this, the hellish aftermath of losing a loved one to suicide. That's the positivity. We drive on, because that's hope in effect.
The heart of everything we do is a message of hope.
So why walking?
Because we're too old to run.
What a question.
It's the most basic thing, isn't it? I mean, we started walking because we wanted to illustrate that basic suicide's the biggest killer in the UK. So, how are we going to illustrate that? We live in different places. Obviously, Norfolk, Cumbria and Manchester. And the obvious thing was to walk between all those places, and that just illustrates that it's UK wide.
And walking slow enough to meet people as well. So you're walking along, and as we already said, the powerful stories that we hear on the road from either suicide survivors or those bereaved by suicide, and we've heard thousands now. In 3 walks, thousands.
So we've actually created this kind of a bit of a weird safe space around us, haven't we? That people have come in and they've shared their stories. And it's been a real privilege to listen to so much, haven't we?
Yeah, but there's the importance of people appreciating nature. I mean, the UK is an absolutely beautiful place, and you can see so many things, the wildlife and everything, and I mean, you're out here now, Colin, and the size of that spider that's just absolutely massive. Yeah.
I'm not looking down. So how many more walks do you think there will be?
None.
I don't know.
Or are you going to do it indefinitely until you feel like you've made the impact you want to make?
It gives us a vehicle to keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
And every politician, every person we've met says the people that are successful keep the conversation going. So we need to keep the conversation going. We know that by putting suicide prevention into the school curriculum, putting preventative strategies in place, it will save lives.
Yes. We hear so many stories along the way, lots obviously from bereaved parents, people touched by suicide, but the most powerful stories we hear are from those who've been in crisis, struggled, and in many cases tried to take their own lives, but are now, they're living lives they want to, and even several times over the last couple of weeks I've heard people saying, but I'm happy now. And because they're still here, their family and friends, their loved ones still have them, and you don't have this awful ripple effect of the grief that reaches out. And that's the hope. Sometimes it's just that chance that someone, can come through and live a happy life afterwards, and that's the chance we need to take.